Hello, we're again at the cabins at Kenai Lake, and this time we're going to make a fire. A lot of ways to make a fire. It's not too daunting if you know the steps. Now this is a trusty old stove. She's a little bit finicky, but she's been the heart of this cabin for a long time. First step, you split your wood. If you got some cutoffs, that's really great. We try to have some. Hold it by the side, not from the top. That's going to hurt. Not this one, not so much. We're going to split. Just a handful of starts. You can go even sideways. And that'll be plenty. If there's none of these starts, the old Alaskan trick is to go out, find the spruce. The bottom layer of branches in the spruce trees are always dead. Break off a handful, about like that, that will be plenty. The modern way to do it, someone has left the fire ready to go, which is nice. That's a lovely Alaskan trapper cabin tradition, okay? This is a little optimistic. I don't think this stuff would have started on its own with one or two paper towels. The modern way is paper shreds. I'm sure you've all got paper shreds. We try to have some of those too. Oh, someone has left a little fire starter here. That's nice. We don't need that. 2 handfuls of paper shreds. Simple enough. These little guys that we just split, kind of laid in a airy and open pattern. Sometimes for a trick I put one right in the middle to hold everything else up. And get something in there. You saw how much I split. It's pretty simple, okay? Maybe this 1 or 2 pieces of this size on top. Okay, now the trick is to open the ash drawer, okay? And the other thing is this thing over here holds the damper wide open. She's old, when it's cold, she doesn't want to stay open. So keep it open with that little circle, okay? So now, this is also a top feeder, which is great for when it's going. So what we're going to do is we're going to start 2 or 3 little fires in different areas. And now, one thing is if you bring your own shreds, they'll be dry and they'll go up just right away. These have been down here for a week or 2. They're a little bit damp. They're not so happy to go. But the magic happens when you close the doors. Now you're going to get a draft going through there. And it's going to start up the flue. And in about a minute, it's going to be roaring. And it'll be beautiful. I think you can hear it now. The pipe will start to crack and crinkle. I love that sound. When you get down here and it's cold inside, you start the fire. 10 minutes later, you can take your hat and gloves off. 20 minutes later, your coat comes off. 30 minutes later, it's like, yeah, this is going to be nice. Okay, so now we got that started. We go from splits about the size of your finger to stuff about the size of your wrist. You can just kind of strategically put them on top, 1 or 2 or 4. And then, now that I'm pretty sure this is going to go, you can start maybe put 1 big one in there. What I like to do is maybe leave the ash drawer open for 5 minutes. I aim for 5. Sometimes it turns into 15. With the ash drawer open, the air is going through so fast that the heat's actually going right up the chimney. So if you leave the ash drawer open for 30 minutes, you're not going to get a lot of heat. So 5 minutes, get 1 or 2 big ones in there. This is a big one, that'll fit. Okay, so we'll get that one kind of heated a little bit. And then you can tell, we've been recording now for 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So, you know, from getting here, making the fire, we got it going. A couple more minutes I'd let it go. And then you just take this in there. This is a finicky knob. Push it in and turn it. Now we did it a little early, so you can see that the fire is backing down. But I think this is good in dry wood, and it's going to keep going. We'll be fine. It's not really cold in here. It's almost summer, so. But those are the steps. Pretty simple. The secrets: shreds, a handful of construction cutoff splits, or small spruce twigs the size of your finger. Move up to pieces the size of your wrist. Throw 2 pieces of large wood in there, and you're good to go. All right? Again, off the grid living at the cabins at Kenai Lake. Pretty impressive, huh? You let the air in, she lights right up. Close that. Now if you close it, damp it down right now, the spring sprung it back, and it, touch and go if it'll go. So you really, I let this thing out of the spring once I've fed it twice, and then the stove is nice and warm. A whole piece of wood is going to just take right off in there. There's a knob over here. The handle has been removed. It goes to the catalytic converter doorway in the back, which is doesn't work real well with spruce unless you've been burning it for a whole day and you're burning birch and you're ready to go to bed at night. Then it might just make it through the morning. But unlikely you'll need that during the summer season.